So let's start. Connect one. Phone I activate. Like before, let me check if I have pandas in my in this environment. So go to P here. Yeah, it's already available. Like with version like 24.2. Okay, so I'm going to use the same instead of reinstalling again. In case we want to install again, what we should do is like do pip install and panda. Okay, this will install pandas package. So let me open Jupyter Notebook. Okay, so opening this. Okay, so this is an empty folder here. So let me create one and Python 3 itself. Okay. So once you selected Python 3, it has like opened Python 3 kernel. In case if you have selected their like trial one, it would have opened in trial one kernel. So let's do pandas as PD. So like similarly, just like NumPy, we gave a shortcut as NP. Similarly, pandas will be using like you can use like whatever you wish. Like usually this is the shortcut which is popular. Like PD is the popular shortcut for Panda. Okay. Let it import. So by the time Panda to store. Okay. So let me also import over. Okay. Now, like Pandas actually is also a file handling library. So just like initially, like while reading like CSV or text file, like what we have done is like we use like fopen and then the path and then without any package we are able to read and write from text, right? Similarly with import CSV, then with the CSV library we are able to read and write to a CSV. So similarly, there are other packages for other files. So this Pandas is again an open source library, so which has implemented many of those like file reading capabilities and many other things like other than file, just not just file reading. There are many other data manipulation and kind of functions which has been implemented in Pandas. So we'll be exploring like many of them now. Let's start. So let me open some CSV file. This one.
Record.
Yeah, I started. Just, okay. So this is a CSV. Let me take copy that part. So I use this path copy library which will directly copy the entire path. Like instead of doing like this, it will copy only folder and then writing this name. There is this path copy, which is an open source software. Like you can use that like to copy the file path directly. Okay, so this is the one. So uh, yeah, just it will give you the flexibility to it. Okay, now let's start with like CSV. So PD dot just like pandas, it's like PD right now. Read. Let me first define CSV path. File path equal to in bracket. Okay, so now it's ready. So PD dot read CSV, and inside CSV, let me add. Oh, this is a way to read CSV. You don't need. Okay, so PD dot read CSV can, if you can directly give the content inside the CSV will be read and like it will be saved. So let me save in DF. So what DF means is like I denoted it with DF because like whatever like pandas will read, it will store in a kind of data frame. So I'll show you what data frame actually is. So let me also print what DF. So it's reading. So if you see, this CSV is actually having like these columns here. Okay, so date, open, high, low, close. These are the columns which were inside your CSV, and each row is here. So the entire thing is being like saved in. Okay, so if you scroll down, there were around like 5,000 plus rows and like 7 columns. So that is what denotes here. So let me. So this is DF. Okay. So in case we want to hit DF dot shape, so this is a kind of if you can see in NumPy as well, like you are able to do shape and then get like what exactly it has. So similarly, DF, if you do dot shape, so this is what it has shown. We here like this is number of rows and this is number of columns. Okay, so this is about data frame. So in this, you can, if you want to know like what are the rows, sorry, what are the column names here, so you can still do it by doing df dot column. Okay, so it will list you these like 7 column names which were there over there. Okay, and you can even change it, like manipulate it with like change to some other values. Let me do that. Df dot in case we want to change it, rename, and then columns. Let's say I want to rename only this date to something else. Okay, date, and I want to rename it to something else. So give that. Let me say new date. I want to rename it that way. So if you do this and press enter, it will return you a new data frame where the date column is changed to new date here. So this is basically a dictionary. If you can see, this is basically a dictionary with key as previous like column name and like the value as your new column name. Okay, so if you can do that way, so but if you do this like let me go down and see df now. Let me scroll up a bit. If you can see, like in df, date is not changed yet. So what it has done is here it has changed, but we did not assign it back to df here. Okay, so in case we want to change save it there, you have to do again assign it to df, then it will change. Okay, or maybe if you want it in new data frame, do df1, then it will, this new data frame which it is showing, like it will be saved in df1. Okay, so this is one thing. So in case if you don't want to if you want to store it in the same like df, and then you don't want to specify again equal to df every time, so how you can do is uh, you can put like in place equal to true. Okay, if you put this in place equal to true, what will happen is it will save it in df itself. So let me, I have run it once now. This one I have run it now, so let me run df again. So you can see the new in df as well, like this has changed to new date. Okay, this is a difference. Okay, so yeah,
And it's
in case
completely Yeah, can you
Hello?
scroll completely up onto the top?
On to the top. Okay, sure. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So here, uh, you want to look at column names or something else?
No, no, no. I'm just okay. Got it. So basically, you have stored all these in the CSV.
Yeah, yeah. So this CSV already contains all these things. So
Okay.
I
So we need
like actually like I saved it here in DF. Okay, like while I read the content through this cd.csv and saved it in this variable DF. So once it is like saved, like then what I have done is I tried to check a shape here through doing dot shape, and next I check like what are the columns available by doing like dot df. Okay, and similarly, let me open that CSV file as well. Like you can see what exactly it has. So if you see, I don't have any viewer, so I'm opening in Notepad. So if you see, the first row contains these names like with comma
I,
separated. These are the column names. Okay, so
okay.
that
So
is how it is.
total number of rows is somewhere around 5,000 something.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So
5,000. Okay.
let yeah, yeah, yeah. Let you can also see that. So this is what it is. See 5,226. But the first one is like header. So to
Okay.
5,225. So yeah.
But Raju, what advantage it makes compared to the files open?
So if you see file open, like once you do file open, let me do that as well. Okay. So what we can do is like f dot open and this CSV path. Then we do this read mode. Okay. And then what we do, we'll be saving it somewhere, right? So for this, like it is a CSV. So again, you have to import CSV. So and then whatever you'll be getting, you'll be reading it in a list and then you'll be using it. Okay, so for just for reading this is okay, the method of what we do here is fine. So but pandas is more about the data handling. Like once you got the data, let us say this entire thing is in a list. Okay, so then you won't be able to perform like whatever things like I'm going to do next, like through a list. Like it will be, you can anyway manipulate the values here, but like pandas will give like much more flexibility and functionalities which you will be doing it now, like which will be useful
Yeah,
and
but
required for analysis. Okay.
if we want to write from the files option, write option we can use and we can write the CSV, no?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You can always do that. Like you can use write option. Means f equal to open and then CSV path write write mode. Then you can actually open write whatever you want to write into CSV. But thing is like
Mhm.
this is more about analyzing the data what you have. We'll be going into that now. Like I did not start
Okay,
till
okay.
there. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
So let's say you have read the file here in this format. Now this is rename I have done. Okay. Now let us say in CSV here if you see there are like many rows like in like few other data sets you may contain some 1 lakh 2 lakh rows as well, some lakhs of rows. So in that case, printing like this and checking like whatever you have will be very difficult to do. So, but to get an idea of this data, what you want to have, like seeing only few lines would be enough, right? So instead of seeing all, so for that purpose, what we do is use this df dot head. So if you do, it will show only first 5 rows here. Okay, because with this, are you getting an idea like what this data set would be? You'll be getting some idea, right? Just by seeing only this part. This is one way.
Yeah.
Like there is also something like in case if you don't want 5 rows, you want 10 rows, you can also do it by doing 10. In head, if you whatever value you put, like those many rows will come here. Okay, so this is one thing. Similarly, if you want to see the last rows, ending rows, okay, you can do tail and then put like it will show the last 5 rows here. Okay, so this is similarly like you can put a number here and see like how many number of rows you want. So this is one way. And one more thing is, in case if you want to know like what is there in these values, like uh, what is the range of this open, like from how it is varying from, let us say, from it, you can see from here it is like 18 it has started and it is decreasing now, maybe it will increase in between, and then finally here it is like 3,300 something, right? So what exactly it is doing, like maybe in between, are there any like thousands or something in it, like in case we want to know. Okay, so how we can know is df dot, in case there is describe, just to do this describe. So let's see what it will do. So if you do df dot describe, you can see here it has so here all your numerical. Okay. So date it ignored because it is date. Here from the numerical values, it is showing like how many are there. Like there are a kind of this some analysis on top of each column has been presented here. So count there are total like these many values 5401. I think then in between there may be some empty. Okay, let's see that as well. So and mean, so average over like all those values for open is like 123 point this one, and similarly standard deviation. So are you aware of these concepts like standard deviation, mean and all? So or else like I'll be introducing you to that like shortly. So and you can see the minimum value here is like 13. So this value actually it started from 18 point something, and like in the last row contains 23, but somewhere in between it went to 13 somewhere. 13.9 is the minimum offer. And actually like let me also touch upon what this data set is. This is actually some stock data of SBI, State Bank of India's stock related data from 1996 to some place around like 2017. Okay, so this is publicly available data. I have downloaded it from some stock website long back. So this was the case. So if you see that SBI stock open has like varied from when like max is 345. So at one point it was least like 13 rupees. So and now and at some point it went to max to 345. So this is a kind of analysis what you can get from this particular CFP. So similarly, these I have to touch upon like while talking about statistics. So I'll explain you shortly. These are you call it like percent, a kind of quartile things. Like I'll be touching upon that like later. Okay. So something like this, we will be getting some kind of idea about the data set by doing this dot describe. So dot describe actually gives you this data set only contains numbers and dates. So we, in case there are any what you say strings in strings as one different column. So in that case, doing dot describe will omit those things. So it will only give for numbers. Okay. So it doesn't make sense for giving min and max for a string, right? So it will omit such kind of columns. Okay, this is about describe. So let's go into analysis later tomorrow. But today, let's try to manipulate CSV. Like how can we do? Okay. So let's try something else. So let me do df dot head once more. So this is how it is. So in case if you want to access only one column here, okay. So maybe I want height. So what you can do is in bracket, like if you remember in NumPy, if there is an array, how we used to do like a of and slice, we put like 0 to 10, something like that, right? So similarly, let me also do what you'll be getting if I put 0 to 10 here. See, you got like 10 rows. So that is because we call this row number what it is showing, right? We call it as index, okay? So here index is, let me do dot index. It starts from 0 and it went till like 555. So it's a number. By default, you can keep it as a number, okay? So you can, what else you can do is, like in case of number, you can also make it some other variable, like let me put this new date itself as an index too. So you can do that by doing set index and place this new date over there. Okay, and what, in case if you do this, let me see what. So okay, let me do dot head instead of all. Let me.
No, sorry, Raju. What this index will give the info?
So index is actually a kind of indicator to your rows. Just like in array, index is like 0, 1, 2, 3, right? Place.
Okay, okay.
Let me show you. So in case you go for a list, okay? So some random numbers. So what our index for this is like this 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it will denote like what, like by through index we were able to go to that particular value through this, right? In case if I want
Okay, okay,
a of 2, it will give 7. Hmm? So similarly
okay.
here index is these things. So, but in array we can't. Sorry, in list or array, like it will be numerical. Okay, but here you can keep whatever you need. So here, what I'm trying to do is that index instead of 0, 1, 2, 3, I want to keep this column. So this is as well. You can see this date. Like you are getting one number, one data point per each date. So let me make this itself as an index. Okay, just trying like let's not go into interpretation of it, but just trying it. So if we do like dot date, so if you see the structure of your data frame got changed. So let me do before and after. Okay, so you can see here. Okay, just a minute. Let me zoom out. Okay, you can see here df dot head like previously is like this. So it has changed like this. There is no indicator with this 0, 1, 2, 3, so on. Instead, this itself became your indicator of those. Okay. So this is called like this way we can set this as index. So this will have some very good like use cases later. Okay, that you'll come to know while working. Okay. So once this is done, basically while visualization, you'll be getting some very good useful things like while doing this index. Okay? So after this, let me do next part. So in case I want to get only this column, open column, okay? How you can do it? Let me do dot open. Instead of all, I want to do head again, like to get only first five. See, if you see dot open, you only get this with these numbers. And remember one thing here, I did not save this to df. Okay, like because if I want to save it, I have to do in place equal to true. Okay, but I'm not doing it now. Okay, like I want to leave it like previously only. I just want to show you set index, how to do set index by doing this. Okay, so here if you see, if you want to access only this particular column, you can do it like df of open, means the column name, and then use it like this. Okay, and this way you can get the column. And let's say I want to make it save it in a list. Okay, so how you
No,
can
no.
do?
I'm just thinking in a 21 df open dot hit how it refers to that column directly.
So df dot
Okay,
open.
it's okay. Oh, got it. It's the column name itself is open. Okay, got it.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, you thought like open. Oh, yeah. No. It's
Oh,
just let me
I
do
thought
it
it's
with
like a
high.
keyword.
No.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll do it with high or else then it won't be confused. Okay. So
Yeah.
this
Okay.
is high.
Yeah. Yeah.
So instead of all, let me do only head. So it will give only first. Okay. So this
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
one thing. So in case if you want to, this looks like. Let me see what is the type of this. Okay. I'll do it down. Type of D. Let me see first DF. Like I did not even see that. See, if you do DF, it gave like pandas.core.frame.data. So think about like it's a data frame. Okay. Similarly, if I do it only for a column here, okay, what would be the type? So if it is a column, if it will be called as series. Instead of if it doesn't have like multiple columns, if it is a single one, and if it is like this, so that will be called as series here. Okay. So this is the one difference, like what you can feel, like from series and data frame. So in case if it is a series, you can still convert it into data frame. So let me try that. Like some cases, you will be handling series as well. So high, if you do dot frame to frame, let me do only head instead of all. So did you find any difference in this and this? You can see here the format is little different, right? This looks like a table here with like 0, 1, 2, 3, and then you have a column name here, and it's rows. Like here, it doesn't look like a table. It's just like giving the numbers here. So this is a difference between series and data frame. Like just that, like the structurally there will be a difference. That's it. Nothing other than that. Okay. So this is like data frame with a single column. This is a series. Okay. So that will be done by using two frames. So okay, this is one thing. So let me, in case if you want to access some rows in between, like 10th row to like 20th row, let us say how we can do this. There is this ilock of 10 to 20, let us say, and you do this. So you will be getting index number 10 till like 19. Means like total it will be it won't include the end digit, right? Just like in Python in most of the like the end one won't be included. So it came till 19. So if you see, these are the values. Okay. So if you can see here, luckily this is also found. So you can see some nan. So you have numbers here and suddenly there is nan. So what does this nan mean is like actually if you see in the code, sorry, CSV, if you can go there, it will be empty. See null. So in here it will represent as null. If you open in CSV, I think it will be empty again. I'm not sure. I can't see it right now. So tomorrow I'll install this viewer and then we can again see it. So this is one part, like those empty cells will be replaced with nan automatically in a data frame. So this is one kind of handling capability in that you see in like Panda. So there is a few more things we can do. So let's do that as well later. So in case if you don't want to see all the columns, only you would like to see columns which are of your interest. Let us say I want to only see open and close rather than all. Okay, you can still do it. Let me do it. Okay, in bracket in case if you put close, okay, so then you can see only close here, just like, so this is again a series. You can see like previously here it it is a series, right? But similarly this is also a series because we are seeing only one column here. So and then it has listed those values only from row 10 to 20, row 10 till 20. Okay. So that is how it is. So in case we want to see two columns, how you can do is put one more bracket as a list, and then in that list you keep this high. Maybe I want to see high and close. Okay, and if you run this particular data frame with only these two columns is written here. Okay, only these two columns, only these two rows, these rows. So you can select what columns you want to view and also what rows you want to view as well. Okay, this is one like kind of feature which gives us easy flexibility to do it. Okay, so this is about it. So let me go forward and try something else. So okay, we'll continue with this. Okay, let me try do it defining a simple data frame, how it will work. Okay, I'll make it like df1. So let's say I have list 1 2 3, and similarly one a equal to 1 2 3, b equal to 4 5 6. So I want to make it as a data frame, okay, with columns a and b. So how you can do is cd dot data frame, oh sorry, data frame of a comma b. Let me do it and then I'll show. So if you see here, just a minute. Comma b. Okay. So if you see here and keep like columns whatever you want. This doesn't work. Let me. I like observe like what kind of differences it is making. So this is not the, okay. Let me do this. So if you see this, okay, if I here like 0 1 2 3, like these are just column names. Let me give like different column names. Okay, columns equal to here data 1, make it like data 2 for an easy thing. Okay, so here there are like three columns which is trying to make a comma. Okay, yeah, it should be in a comma b comma c. Okay, you can see here. Let me add like few more things in this. Similarly, data point 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so mm, so if you see here, in case if you want to make a list as a data frame, this is one way to do it. Okay, so you define like columns here, like what are the columns, and those lists here, like 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9, right? So each will be one row. So this is one row, and second one is one more row, and third one is one more row. So this is your data here, whatever is there here, and you are mentioning what are the columns here. Okay, similarly, in case if you don't want to identify it as like 0 1 2 3, you can give your own name per index by giving here whatever you want. Okay, let me give like row 0, row 1, row 2, row 3. Okay, see, so that part has changed to like whatever index what we have given here. Okay, these are similarly columns and also the data what you have. Okay, this is one way, like in case if you want to create your own data frame, this is one way. So if you run here, you can create a data frame this way. So by adding like your points, and then like also you can define columns and in index. So in case if you don't give anything, like let me try that as well. So Okay, I don't want to do any of those. I just want to give this way. You can still give, just that these will be assigned with 0, 1, 2, 0, 1, 2, 3, like that. Okay, that will be a difference here. Okay, so let me switch back again to our DF. Here I did not save it anyway, so the DF will remain there. Let me move this up till beginning. Okay, so later I'll make it the heading. Of this okay. So this is clear, right? Like, so we have tried creating a data frame of our own. So we now are able to read CSVs and like get only those do slicing within a pandas, like kind of getting whatever required rows you want and then whatever required columns you want. Okay. So even though without this, in case if you let me also do that. Let me make it clear. So if I have dot, in case I don't want continuous like this, okay, I just want some specific, something like one first row, third row, 10th row, like this. So you can still get it, okay? So let me do that. So if you see, so whatever row numbers what we have pointed, those row numbers we got it. Okay, this is one more thing. Similarly, you can get the in like NumPy as well. Like if you can do it like this, if you can get it in NumPy as well. So let's also try it. Okay, in case if you want to convert all these into NumPy array, so we can also do it by doing dot values. If you do this, you can see just dot values. Entire your data is now the kind of NumPy array. If you see here, let me do dot head. It is like this. So that has become a kind of array here. Okay. So instead of all, let me do only for dot head, so that it will be only first five. So it will be easy to compare. So you can see here your let me save it in something. So let me save it in A. Okay. Now, okay, just a minute. Yeah. So A, let's try to do dot shape. So you can see it is like 5, 7. So it means there are, you know that there are like 5 rows and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 columns here. Okay. So even our array also like it doesn't it retains that structure and makes it like one row in one sorry, one row here, the values of one row became like one row here as well. Okay, that is one way. So let's see a kind of type of this okay, type of this. So it's a NumPy array. So you just do dot values, it will be a NumPy array. Okay, so you can do manipulation like this as well, or pandas has a flexibility to do it here as well. Like you don't have to do dot values here itself, like you will be able to do whatever manipulations you want to. Okay, so Uh, let's do something else now. Like we are done with pricing. So in case if we want to change some value here, okay. So let's do with simple like data frame first, and then we can go to complicated one. So let me create what was done here again. Okay. So let me add few more cells. So this is the one where let's not give index. Okay, let's leave it like this. Okay. So the next part is so in case if I want to change some value here, okay, something different. So what is that? Like C column, first row C column. Okay. So how we should do is like let me save this in one data frame again. So df1. So let's use the same indicator df at least in the variable what you do for data frame, so that it by looking at the variable you can identify that it is a data frame. Okay. So in case if it is just A, B, C or something, right, you won't be knowing that it is a data frame and always like just by looking at the code. So that's it. Okay. Let's run it again. Let's run and see what we do. Okay, because now it is saved there. Okay, now next part is now I want to change first row is dot ilog of 1 and then value c. Okay, okay, small c here. So if you see that value is 6 now. Now I want to change it to something else. How should we do this? Let me put it 10. Okay, will it still work? Let us. Yes, we are able to change it, right? So in case if I want to change the entire row here, okay. So how we can do it is df1 dot ilog of. Let me do second one here. If you see this, like this row is 789. So with the column name, it has given this thing. Okay. So let me see what is the type of this thing. Okay. If you do this and put type, you'll be getting a series. So this is a series here with whatever A, B, C are there. Those were a kind of row indicator to this, but in a sense index to this particular series, and these are the values. Okay. So let me now change the complete row to something else of 2 equal to, let me do like 10, 20, 30. So see what is DF1 now. See, right, you are able to manipulate it. Okay. So this is one way to do it. So in case if I want to manipulate 2 rows at a time. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Let's try that as well. So instead of one, I want to manipulate first and second. Okay. First and second row. So how we can do it is, let me in first, like one list is for first and one more list is for second. So let me do one. See, like whatever you give first here, that went into first row, and whatever you second, similar to second row. Similarly, whichever rows you want to manipulate, like you can do it this way. Okay, so this is one thing. So let me also try to add a new row here. Okay, so the data frame is already available, like which has like 3 rows here. So I want to add one more row here. Okay, with index 3 now. So will I, is it possible? Let's of 3. So in case if I give something like this, is it possible? No, it gave an error. See, it gave an index error. If you can see, because like there is no 3 here, and we try to add like one, like push this data to third row, which was not existing here. So this is also true with list. Okay, so let me see. A is only 1, 2, 3, and which means like it is on, and you try to give A of 5 as like 10, it won't take. It will give list is out of range. So it is similar kind of error here. It is also index error. So what we got here is similar thing. So what we should do is like just like in what you say in list, what we do is like you do append, right? You do append and then add 5 here, and let me do A and down. And then you will be able to add. Similarly, even in data frame, what you should be doing is for this, in case we want to add AF1 dot FN, and that row, whatever we try to do, 10 comma 8 something like that. Okay, if you are doing this, let's so be careful a bit. Like sometimes what happens like this is it will add it in a new column. If you are doing, if you have to keep like one more here, so or else like it doesn't know that it will be a column. So representation is okay, it has already created. Okay, yeah. Let me tell you one more thing. So here, in case if you are giving column names in the beginning, usually I would recommend you not to give column names before doing all the manipulation. So at first, like what we should be doing is, let us say df1. So let me create one first, then again, and then I'll show you how to do. So this kind of issues will come usually. So what happened is, it in whatever you try to append, it will append in like 0, 1, 2 columns, but there are like columns which we define renamed as like ABC, but it whatever you try to append will go to 0, 1, 2. So there are like and now I'll tell you the ways like how to solve this problem. So let's keep it like that. So we did not actually save it. Okay, so it will be df is actually this. So let me create a df2 to cd dot data frame. So and copy it from above, like what we have. This one, okay. I'm copying it again. Okay, make it df2 and df2. Let I'm not adding columns. This is first way. Okay. So and if now if you try to add like using this one 10, 20, 30, and see what it comes. Again, like let me show you the issue. uh, FN. So still yeah, okay, I have to show this. Okay, if you see, it has come here. Okay, it is trying to append, but while it is appending, you can see here the index is again it went to 0 here. So that is one usual problem. I'll tell you like how to resolve that as well. So in case you want to save it, you have to save it in df2, then it will be saved. And now if you see df2, it will come like this. So in case if you want to reorder this index, how you should do is df2 dot reset index drop equal to, I'll tell you first I'll do it without that. Okay, if you do reset index, what will happen is it will reorder from 0, 1, 2, 3, and but the previous indexing whatever is available, that will be saved as a one more column here. So and you don't want that. and you don't want that. So what you can do is like do drop equal to true. True. So that will let me do it as a second. Let me do it here. Let me use there itself. I did not change anything. So if you do this, then you can see that index column is not saved. Okay, so it has come this way. And let me do in place equal to true so that it will get saved within. Okay, so in place equal to true and then do df2. So this got saved in df2 now. Okay, cool. So this is one way to add what to say values like extra row to your data frame. Means like you be careful that like your index will change, like it will start adding zeros to the index. And one more thing is, in case if you have column names, that will be an issue. So in case there is now a way is also available in case if you have column names. Now let's explore that part. So that df1 is where like there are column names. So let's see how we can add where there are like column names. Okay. So let me open this and let me Google it. Okay, once quickly. Okay. Append to data frame. Not this. Stack over. So you should be doing like this as well. This only. So ignore index is true. Let me not try. Did not try it. Like let me try that as well. Like what? So if you see this, like in this code, like you have data which has been like given in a different format. I'll also tell you this. So and is trying to do new row and then ignore index equal to true. This is one thing which changes. Like let us also use this. So df1 is here like this, which has column name. So let me use append and inside append 10, 20, 30. So this has created this column. So it is one more list like this. So which has actually made it one row, but created a kind of new columns here. So what you should do is use this ignore index equal to 2. Then, or did it get manipulated already? No, this is not ignore index. Like, let me look into it. Actually, like, I always use without column names and then rename the column name. So, but in case if you are doing this, okay, let's try this example only. So here, if you see, okay, so that is the reason. Okay, in case here, in case if you want to keep it by list, okay, then you will get this issue. So here, if you see how they have done it, they made it as a dictionary and try to append it. So, and that dictionary should be in with names of ABC columns. Okay. So, in the sense, you make a dictionary A with 10, comma B with 20, and C 30. In the sense, like column names as keys. So, in that case, it wouldn't give any problem. So, let me do that. df1 dot fn. Okay, so and do this ignore index. Let's also try without ignore index what it will be. Okay, see, like this time we did not create any problem. It has added in a new row with index also has no issue. Like let me now do without ignoring. And so then there is an error. So we have to do with ignore index. Okay. So this was the case. Uh, yeah. Here, if you see whatever you wrote in column A, key pair A, that will be in the column A, and similarly for key B, it will come here, and C comes into C. So that is how one more way to add a row. But most of the cases, like in reality, you'll be using this kind of approach rather than those in like while you are working in real-time project, you have to implement something like this. And but even this is implementable, just that uh, there will be one more step where you uh, convert it to kind of a dictionary and then use it. So let me also do that. Like it wouldn't take much time. So if you want to get the columns of df1, so how you can do it, like df1, right? So I want to make it as a list. It looks like an index type. So let me make it as a list by doing that list of. So it's a list. Let me save it in column names. Column names list. Okay, I've saved it into this. So now next thing is whatever data you want to put in. Okay, data I want to put in is 10, 20, 30. So it is already there. So let me do 10,000, 20,000. So okay. So now I want to add this, like make a dictionary with A as A, P as the thousand, second P as like this one, like that. So how we can do is put a for loop. So let me make a data equal to, I'm defining a dictionary now for each column. Let me do this in column list and data dict of, let me save this as column name equal to, you want data, right? But both should, if it is good, if both are, it should have a pointer 1, 2, 3 and all. So let me make it that way. I in range 0 comma length of, okay. So each column, this column is what column list of I. Okay. Similarly, this data point would be for data of I. So this one you want to make it as a dict. So this column equal to data point. Okay. So let's see what this will give. We print it down. See, this is what we need, right? So what it is doing is the first element of column, it is making as a key. For that key, this is a value. Like the first one will be value, and similarly for the second one to second one. Okay, so that is what it has done. So you try it on your own anyway. I will share this notebook. You run it again and see like how it has come. So once this is done, then the next point is like how we have done this. So df1 dot append, and then you do this data dict comma ignore index equal to true. Okay. Okay. Spelling is wrong. Ignore. See, like it has added newly to the data frame. Okay. So this is one way. Like after appending, okay, like you should also save it again back to the data frame. Only then that change will be, like change will retain. If you do C1 now, it will take this. Like before, it was not saving. Like whatever we tried to save here, So here we appended like 10, 20, 30, but that is not saved in df1 if you can observe. So that is the difference. But here again, like you have to save it back to df1 so that that change will retain. Okay, this is one way. And if you can observe, after you do this kind of append index equal to true, you did not even have to reset index again. Like earlier, if you take the other approach, what we taken, so in that it has changed the row number. See, not you have to go. Is it too far? I did not. Yeah. Okay. So even if you can see here, like it has started again with zero row. So such problems won't occur once you, let me go down. So if you do it, this thing like indoor index equal to true, then such problem won't occur. It will start doing it with three. Even though in case if you face such issues, like you can do this reset index and get it resolved. Okay. So that is one thing. So let's continue tomorrow. Like there are like many other topics to discuss about Panda. So let's continue tomorrow. By the time